Travis Wayne Goodsill. Okay, this is a video to not Mormons. If you are a Mormon, I'm not talking to you guys anymore. It's over between us. You let me do my thing, you stop committing crime. Okay? You refuse to acknowledge your Lord and Master, you're ashamed of him. So go do your thing. I'm going to talk to other people now. So in the Book of Mormon, it talks about another country, another nation in this story that was destroyed because of secret combinations, as it's referred to here. And Moroni interjects and says in verse 20 of Ether chapter 8, "And now I, Moroni, do not write the manner of their oaths and combinations, for it hath been made known unto me that they are had among all people, and they are had among the Lamanites." Well, I'll go into what the Book of Mormon also says about their manner of oaths and combinations. They go over that actually. "And they have caused the destruction of this people of whom I am now speaking, and also the destruction of the people of Nephi. And whatsoever nation shall uphold such secret combinations to get power and gain, until they shall spread over the nation, behold, they shall be destroyed. For the Lord will not suffer that the blood of his saints, which shall be shed by them, shall always cry unto him from the ground for vengeance upon them, and yet he avenge them not." So, those of you who are not Mormon, who I am speaking to, I am not speaking to Mormons. Mormons are the only ones who are saints, and since the current Mormons are in league with this secret combination group, and are therefore the ones murdering the true saints. I've done lots of videos trying to talk to Mormons. They refuse to listen. So they are now the enemy of the people. And so I'm only talking to those who are not Mormon. So let's go to those secret combinations. Helaman, chapter 6. What verse was it? Alrighty. Verse 21, "But behold, Satan doth stir up the hearts of the more part of the Nephites, insomuch that they did unite with those bands of robbers," secret combinations, "and did enter into their covenants." So you're looking for an organization that has covenants. This is a religious part of the secret combinations. This is how they do it. They infiltrate government, they infiltrate religion, they infiltrate society. And so they have covenants, and they have oaths that they would protect and preserve one another in whatsoever difficult circumstances they should be placed, and that they should not suffer for their murders and their plunderings and their stealings. And it shall come to pass that they did have their signs. So there are secret signs. Yea, there are secret signs. They have secret words. And this they might distinguish a brother who had entered into the covenant, that whatsoever wickedness his brother should do, he should not be injured by his brother, nor by those who did belong to his band, who had taken this covenant. Now, I've gone over what the secret signs are. That's why I do not speak to Mormons anymore. They are the secret combination religion, which in their temple in Salt Lake City, of which I have been a part of, born and raised, 50 years, sealed the second time around in the Salt Lake temple, had my wedding pictures taken at the door of the temple with the keystone of the inverted pentagram, the secret sign of Lucifer, the secret combination. That's their secret sign. So that a brother may know, oh, this is the house of Lucifer. It's not complicated. That's exactly what signs are for on buildings. And most of them are, for the most part, harmless, except for the secret combination groups. You can distinguish them because of the distinguishing signs that are secret signs that they have. Why do we know this? Because Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? It's referring to Venus. And so a star, which is a regular pentagram pointing up, falls, becomes Luciferian. Similar to Lucifer's church, also utilizing the upside down cross, which Peter was supposedly hung upside down because he didn't want to be hung like Jesus, although the Romans killed everybody like Jesus. So I don't know why he wanted to be separate and distinct. But anyway, Luciferians pick up on that symbol as well, to use that. And of course the Catholics use that, and they use the inverted pentagram also. What are you guys doing? You're revealing that you too are also a part of this secret combination group. And the Mormons grew out of that. And so these are the warnings that we need to be aware of. And they're secret words in a covenant. So that in the temple there are covenants. And let me scroll down to too far. There's an online site that gives you the text in this satanic church of the Mormons that they call the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Because remember, I'm not talking to Mormons. Mormons should not be listening. Mormons should not be coming to my site to attack me for my differing religious views. If they're going to be ashamed of their religion and their god, Lucifer, that's on them. Alright, where is the covenant? James and John, that's still in the terrestrial world. Let's go to the Gospel of Chastity, which has been changed by Nelson. They now allow for polygamy again. That's why they are so dangerous as a religion with their secret covenants. Because they've now changed the covenant of chastity to again allow polygamy. They just have to get the nation converted to their religion. Alright. Second sign, law of consecration. There it is. It's a different site that I'm used to, but another person has put it up now. All right. This is having to do with the law of consecration. Pay attention to the wording. Pay attention to the Book of Mormon that says that covenants that are made in these religions, secret covenants to protect members of this organization from prosecution. So here is what's called the law of consecration, a covenant in the temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is the secret sign of Lucifer, as it is the keystone of their temple doors. It is the keystone of the Seagull Gate, saying that they control the government. So you and each of you covenant and promise before God, angels, and these witnesses at this altar that you do accept the law of consecration as contained in the Doctrine and Covenants. In that you do consecrate yourselves, your time, your talents, and everything with which the Lord has blessed you or with which He may bless you to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, for the building up of the kingdom of God on the earth and for the establishment of Zion. And then each person is required to say yes. All Mormons, even those who hold government positions, who are required to give loyalty first and foremost to the United States of America. Mormons, however, must give loyalty first and foremost to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, not America. There's also the law of the gospel that does have a part involved as well. Okay. And it has to do with evil speaking of the Lord's anointed. To avoid evil speaking of the Lord's anointed. Receive these by covenant. It's there in the temple that Mormons must give loyalty first and foremost to the church and the church's leaders, not to the American government, and not to the Constitution. And so when they talk about religious freedom, the religious freedom movement, they're talking about destroying other people's rights to religion. Because remember, what are the actions of this secret combination headquartered in Salt Lake City, Utah at Temple Square? It is specifically to force others like yourselves who are not Mormon to act as Mormons. Proposition 8 in California, the church interfered in that vote. They got caught and they committed a crime, because you're not supposed to do that. But they got away with it because of their strength and power. But they kept on going. There's the Colorado Baker case, and also the Southern California Baker case. They both interfered in both of those. This is what they do. And that's just for one issue with LGBT rights. They don't like LGBT persons, and have been constantly demonstrating this by their interference in government to force LGBT to conform to Mormon law. And it's not Joseph Smith's law. This is Brigham Young's change. This is the secret combination group that I'm talking about. They are not listening to this video and are staying away. Yes, I know there's still going to be those who are going to want to listen. Because they are hateful. They cannot leave us alone. They have to interfere in our lives. They have to control our lives. They cannot give us our freedom. And yet they are the first ones to cry and complain that they don't have their freedom to take away ours. And it's wrong. Because either everybody has freedom or no one has freedom. And that's what this secret combination group, the Mormons, and they hate it now that you call them Mormons, because Nelson said, you must use our full title. So call them Mormon. It'll bug them, especially after they correct you. Oh no, we don't go by Mormon anymore. We go by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Well, you know, you Mormons are a little scary because you use that inverted pentagram on your temple. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Yeah, but you Mormons, you also have that inverted pentagram on the Seagull Gate. Mormon! It's not Mormon! So yeah, they'll get angry. That's what they do. That's what Lucifer teaches them to do. It's in their Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon says that Lucifer teaches them to use flattery, to use pacification, to use deception, to lie, and to get angry in contention with other people using lies for the basis of their arguments, their contentions. And so when you go and try to discuss the problems in Mormonism, the apologists will immediately resort to an ad hominem attack. They name call you. Oh, well, you're an antichrist. You're an anti-Mormon. You're stupid. You know, little childish name calling. Because that's their God that they're ashamed of. That's the tactics they use. And so this is a warning to all of you as they've started back up in missionary work again. Tell them, I don't want to belong to the Church of Lucifer, or call them on it. So why do you have Lucifer's sign as the keystone of your Salt Lake Temple? Why is that same sign of Lucifer on the Seagull Gate keystone as well, pointing directly to the state capitol? I want nothing to do with Lucifer. That's all you got to do, and hopefully you will awaken those still in the church that are completely ignorant of these facts. Because those of us who are born and raised into it, we don't see it until we're educated otherwise. Because they'll tell you, oh, it's a sign of Jesus Christ. They just lie and deceive. And it's all so that they can get money. Because their intake of money is a criminal organization. They use pyramid schemes for their missionary work. And their income of tithing is a protection racket. Both are involved in RICO Act violations. And so yes, I do have a lawsuit. All I'm waiting for now is for Judge Oberg to make her final decision. I have put the church on notice. They are on federal court documents, which are available for the Freedom of Information Act. That the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is instead the Church of Lucifer. And that they committed crimes specifically against me, and that's why the lawsuit is. It's not a lawsuit because they claim that they're the Church of Jesus Christ when it's the Church of Lucifer. That's just something I got to throw in extra because of the crimes they were committing during this lawsuit. And so, yes, I'm just waiting for Oberg now. So, yes, the church is over. So there technically will not be any Mormon left, because under the Edmunds-Tucker Act in the late 1800s, the church was disincorporated. They ceased to exist because the government stepped in and said, hey, you're committing polygamy, you're refusing to stop, you are now stopped. The commercial properties were confiscated. The brothel of Brigham Young, the brewery of Brigham Young, the tobacco plantation and processing of Brigham Young, all stopped. The coin press of the Deseret coin returned to America. He had stolen that. And so, because of their corruption, because of their severity of crimes, they were disincorporated. They had been stripped of their American citizenship. Any new converts could not become American citizens either. And yet they were allowed to continue to exist. They were put deep into debt, and so Lorenzo Snow, a future successor of Brigham Young, started the criminal organization under tithing. And it would be a little while longer when the missionary version of the pyramid scheme scam would commence, because they stopped going to the world soon after arriving in Salt Lake City and didn't resume it for quite a while. And so, yes, this lawsuit, if the judge does her job and does what the Constitution requires her, what the laws require her, I've won. And if she does, the church will again be disincorporated. The members of that organization will be removed of citizenship status, as they will be punished. Mine is just a civil suit, but she, the judge, is ordered in the law to now make it criminal. So look for that any day now.